Have you ever wondered why some men command attention without saying a word? Why do women instantly trust and admire them? What if I told you it's not about money, looks, or fame? It's about how they talk, how they carry themselves, and how they control their emotions. Are you tired of being misunderstood? Feeling like women just don't see your worth? This video will wake you up. It's not just talk, it's stoic power, calm confidence, and deep masculine energy. Want women to respect you, admire you, and feel safe around you? Then listen closely. Your transformation starts now. Silent confidence. This isn't just a concept. It's a lifestyle, a mental state, a quiet superpower that separates high-value men from the rest. In a world where everyone's screaming for attention, the man who knows how to speak with presence, and even more powerfully, how to remain silent, becomes magnetic. But let's pause and reflect on something. Have you ever walked into a room and felt someone's energy before they even spoke? Maybe it was a calm guy in the corner, not trying to impress, not acting out, and yet people gravitated toward him. That's not luck. That's silent confidence in action. Silent confidence is not about being shy. It's not weakness. It's the deep understanding that you have nothing to prove. And this, believe it or not, is one of the most attractive qualities a man can possess. According to a study published in the Journal of Social Psychology, 83% of women reported that emotional stability and non-reactiveness were more attractive than physical appearance in the long term. Yes, 83%. That means being centered, calm, and emotionally composed matters more than your looks or bank account. When a man has silent confidence, he doesn't need to dominate a conversation. His mere presence does it. He listens more than he speaks. And when he does speak, people feel every word. His tone is controlled, steady, deep. There's no nervous laughter, no filler words, no over-explaining. Women can grasp all of this. You know why? Because of the nonverbal escape of these hints, the so-called subtle cues weigh in a lot. In the process of communication, it was found out that words tell only 7% of the message. The vast majority, namely 93%, is expressed through gesturing, 55%, in speech intonation, 38%. Wow! Are you still of the opinion that a perfect lightning-fast sentence or a long talk is necessary to impress her? Give it a second thought then. The way you act in the company of others is more important than words. Your eyes talk. Your posture speaks. Your breath tells. Amid all this silence that flashes you when you are with yourself, that's the battle for confidence. A man of great worth is free from the grip of the circumstances that are outside of him. He is not the one who every change of mood, every word, and every refusal coins his mood. A quote of the Stoics has the following meaning: "The person who can make you angry is the one who controls you." This should shake you up. Picture this in the fairy tale land of dating or a relationship, for instance. A woman emotionally tests a man. Normal, it's subconscious. She may test your comprehension, crack jokes at you, or go to the extreme of opposing you. A low-value man responds that he will get angry, be defensive, or something even worse, be overhelpful. But a confident man? He doesn't budge and seems serene. Honestly, the answer was found in this reword. Maybe he smiles. Maybe he doesn't even respond. Why? Because he is in control of his emotions. And get this, a recent relationship psychology study found that women are 68% more likely to trust and feel emotionally secure with men who don't overreact to emotional challenges. That's the proof. Stoic calm equals attractive energy. Think of powerful, high-value male figures. Whether it's in movies or real life, men like Keanu Reeves, Mahatma Gandhi, Jason Statham, or even fictional characters like James Bond. What do they all have in common? They don't speak much. But when they do, it's impactful. They don't chase validation. Their confidence isn't loud, it's felt. Even in conflict, they remain composed. And in today's hyper-reactive, emotionally charged culture, that's rare. That's what makes women stop and think, there's something about him. You see, women feel your emotional state. If you're needy, anxious, or trying too hard, it radiates. But if you're grounded, relaxed, and purpose-driven, it pulls her in. Now the big question, how do you develop this kind of energy? Spend at least 10 minutes a day in silence. No phone, no noise. Just breathe and center yourself. This builds control over your mind. Stand tall, shoulders back, chin slightly up. Eye contact should be steady, not forced. Hands relaxed. Movement sits low and intentional. You'll be shocked how women respond to this shift. Before speaking, pause. Think. Speak with purpose, not to fill silence. Let others wonder what you're thinking, which creates intrigue. Write down what triggers you, what excites you, and what weakens you. It helps you become more self-aware and emotionally mature. Read Stoic texts like those by Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus. These men were masters of self-control. Their wisdom will reshape how you see yourself in the world. Exercise daily. It's not about six-pack abs. It's about discipline, focus, and power over your body. Your physical posture influences your mental posture. And remember, confidence isn't built in the spotlight. It's built in silence, in how you treat yourself when no one's watching. Women don't want a man who talks about his worth. They want a man who embodies it. To become high value, don't aim to impress. Aim to express your truth calmly, confidently, and quietly. Let others talk over each other. Let others post endlessly for validation. You stay grounded. Silent confidence is attractive because it shows you are not easily moved. You are focused. You are rooted. You're not desperate for approval, and that, my friend, makes you irresistible to women. And if right now you're thinking, how do I start building this within myself? Or, what if I'm naturally more talkative or nervous? Don't worry, we've all been there. Drop your question in the comments, and I'll help you personally. And if this message sparks something inside you, give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more powerful truths on becoming a grounded, high-value man that women naturally love and respect. Your voice doesn't need to be loud, but your energy should be. Thanks for watching. Let's keep growing. Next, we will discuss an important pillar of how high-value men talk to women: emotional mastery. Emotional mastery. Emotional mastery is the silent superpower that separates high-value men from everyone else. It's not about being emotionless, cold, or robotic. It's about knowing your emotions, controlling your reactions, and leading with calm strength, especially in moments of tension or conflict. Imagine being the man who doesn't break under pressure, who speaks with clarity even when emotions are high. Women notice this instantly. In fact, over 74% of women surveyed in a psychological study reported that they feel safer and more attracted to men who remain composed during disagreements or emotionally intense conversations. So what does emotional mastery mean? At its core, it's the ability to be in full control of your emotional state, not letting anger, frustration, or anxiety control your behavior. High-value men don't chase validation or react impulsively to every emotional shift around them. They stay grounded. They stay calm. And this calmness is deeply attractive because it signals security, stability, and strength. Think about this. How do you usually respond when someone disrespects you or misunderstands you? Do you lash out? Do you go silent and shut down? Or do you breathe, think clearly, and respond with purpose? High-value men pause before reacting. That pause is powerful. That pause is leadership. Psychologically, women are biologically wired to feel secure with men who show emotional stability. According to data from a relationship behavior study, 81% of women rated emotional control as more attractive than physical looks when asked what traits they admire in long-term partners. This shows how emotional mastery goes beyond attraction. It builds long-term trust and emotional intimacy. Let's take a scenario. A woman is emotional, maybe even upset, and she throws out something disrespectful. The average man gets defensive, raises his voice, or storms off. But a high-value man? He listens. He remains still. He acknowledges what's being said but doesn't get dragged into chaos. He creates emotional space. That doesn't mean tolerating disrespect. It means responding with power, not reacting with weakness. This is Stoicism in action, not suppressing emotions but managing them. Stoics believe that you cannot control what happens outside of you, but you can always control what happens within you. In modern relationships, this translates to understanding your triggers, choosing not to argue just to win, and focusing on the bigger picture. Women often test men emotionally, not always consciously, but to feel their strength. If she pushes your buttons and you lose your cool, it signals instability. But if you stay calm, collected, even gently assertive, she'll feel that you're a man who doesn't get emotionally hijacked. That's when she'll start to trust you more, open up, and even admire you more deeply. In one psychological report, 67% of women stated they feel more emotionally connected to men who express calm understanding during conflict, rather than becoming defensive or overly emotional themselves. This shows how staying emotionally centered isn't just attractive, it builds a real emotional connection. Another crucial part of emotional mastery is not oversharing. This doesn't mean hiding your feelings or pretending to be someone you're not, but high-value men know when to speak and how much to share. They are selective, intentional, and never emotionally dump on women they've just met. Vulnerability is powerful, but only when it's earned, not when it's forced. Emotional mastery also includes the art of detachment. That doesn't mean not caring, it means not clinging. High-value men are okay with being alone. They don't need constant attention. They don't chase. That creates mystery, and mystery is magnetic. Remember, desperation repels, but presence attracts. If you're grounded, focused on your purpose, and emotionally balanced, women will naturally be drawn to your energy. If anyone has a question about this topic, like how to practice emotional control in real situations, or how to manage triggers from past relationships, drop it in the comments below. I read and reply to as many as I can, and I'd love to help you grow into your highest self. Also, if you're enjoying this breakdown so far, and it's opening your mind to new ways of becoming a high-value man, then make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel right now. This journey is just beginning, and there's so much more coming your way. In closing, emotional mastery is not optional. It's essential. It's the foundation of strong communication, deep attraction, and long-lasting relationships. High-value men don't allow emotions to lead their words. They lead their emotions, and through that, they lead in life. Develop this power, and you won't need to chase women. They'll feel drawn to you on a deeper, almost instinctual level. Because women don't just fall in love with looks, they fall in love with how you make them feel. And a man in control of his emotions, he makes her feel safe, seen, and understood. Next, we will discuss an important trait that sets high-value men apart from the rest: magnetic presence. Magnetic presence. This isn't just about how you look or how deep your voice sounds. No, magnetic presence is far more powerful than that. It's the way you walk into a room and people feel something shift. It's how you speak to a woman and she feels heard, safe, and drawn to your calm energy. In today's world of noise, distractions, and ego-driven talk, a man with magnetic presence stands out like fire in the dark. Women don't just notice him, they feel him. Magnetic presence begins with inner stillness. This comes directly from Stoicism, the philosophy of controlling your reactions, managing your emotions, and not being a slave to external chaos. Studies have shown that nearly 88% of women report feeling more emotionally connected to men who demonstrate calmness under pressure. Think about that. Almost 9 out of 10 women are not looking for loud, flashy energy. They're looking for stable, grounded presence. That is an attraction at a psychological level. So how do high-value men develop this magnetic pull? It starts with self-awareness. Magnetic men know who they are. They don't need to prove anything. They're not chasing approval, not trying to impress every woman. And ironically, that's exactly why women are drawn to them. According to a 2022 relationship psychology survey, 74% of women said they were more attracted to men who seemed deeply comfortable in their skin, even if they weren't physically the most attractive in the room. Why? Because true presence is not about looks, it's about energy. That energy is communicated silently, through eye contact, through posture, through listening. A magnetic man doesn't interrupt. He doesn't dominate the conversation. He listens with full attention. And here's the key. When you listen fully, women open up fully. Listening is one of the most underrated yet powerful tools in developing presence. A study published in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships showed that women rate deep, non-judgmental listening as more attractive than physical features in long-term partners. Over 69% of women placed emotional availability above financial status or appearance. So let me ask you, how well do you listen? Presence also means not being reactive. If she's testing your patience, if she's emotional, dramatic, or even upset, can you hold the space with strength and calm? That's where Stoicism kicks in. Instead of reacting, a high-value man responds. He doesn't get pulled into emotional chaos. He maintains control not just of the situation, but of himself. That creates trust. That creates polarity, masculine stability meeting feminine emotion. This dynamic is incredibly powerful. When a woman feels emotionally safe in your presence, she opens up with love, softness, and deep loyalty. Let's be honest. This takes practice. Developing a magnetic presence isn't overnight. It means you have to build your emotional muscle, not just your physical one. Meditate, reflect, breathe before you respond. Every day, every conversation is a chance to practice. Want proof it works? Some of the most respected leaders in history, Marcus Aurelius, Nelson Mandela, and even modern-day mentors like Jordan Peterson, all share the same trait. When they speak, you listen. When they enter a space, people adjust. That is a magnetic presence. And it's not something you fake. It's something you become. Ask yourself, are you commanding the room or reacting to it? A magnetic man is not loud. He's not chasing. He simply is. His power lies in being emotionally intelligent, mentally focused, and physically calm. Women can sense that instantly. Even in online dating, yes, even in texts, energy matters. A man with a magnetic presence chooses his words carefully. He doesn't over-explain. He doesn't double text. He communicates with clarity and purpose. And that sends a deep message. I respect myself and you. When a woman feels that, she responds with curiosity, admiration, and often desire. It's not manipulation, it's alignment. You're showing up as your best self, not to chase validation, but because you value your presence. That energy is magnetic. Here's a practical tip. Before speaking, pause for a moment. Take a breath. Make eye contact. Listen. Let her words land fully, then speak with intention. That simple act alone, just a conscious pause, can shift how she sees you. It shows control. It shows you're not rushing. It makes your presence felt. And when you walk away from a conversation, do so with confidence, not neediness. A magnetic man knows that he doesn't need to be chosen to be valuable. That's the secret. The less you seek approval, the more attractive you become. Why? Because you radiate certainty. And remember why women don't just fall for looks. They fall for how you make them feel. And magnetic presence makes them feel secure, seen, and respected. That feeling is unforgettable. If anyone has a question about this, feel free to drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts or help guide you on your journey to becoming that magnetic version of yourself. And if this spoke to you, if something inside you just clicked, then like this video, subscribe to the channel, and stay with us for more deep, transformative content on women's psychology and powerful masculinity. In this video, we explored the 9 powerful traits that define how high-value men talk to women and why women are naturally drawn to them. From silent confidence to emotional control, and especially the deep power of magnetic presence, each point reveals that real attraction starts within. It's not about chasing, impressing, or pretending. It's about being a man who knows himself, controls his emotions, listens deeply, speaks with purpose, and stands with grounded energy. Women aren't looking for perfection. They're searching for presence, strength, and safety. When a man embodies these traits, his words carry weight, his silence speaks volumes, and his presence alone can change how women respond to him emotionally and psychologically. Remember, 88% of women prefer men who remain calm under pressure, and over 74% value inner peace over outer flash. That says everything. So if you want women to truly love, respect, and connect with you, become the man you admire. Speak less, feel more, act with strength, and never lose yourself in the process. If you learned something today, comment your thoughts and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.